What's good, guys, and welcome to another video, and welcome to episode 2 of the 997 Turbo Maintenance Vlog. This one's going to be picking up where episode 1 has left off. If you have yet to view that video, I highly recommend doing so, as it'll make this one make a little bit more sense. I'll leave a link to the video in the description below. This video is going to be kind of jam-packed with a bunch of stuff and jumping all over the place. I'm trying to condense 1 week's worth of footage into one video. Basic rundown is we got to rebuild the axles, obviously. Then we got to reinstall them on the car. We're going to do a quick comparison of OEM boots versus aftermarket boots. We're going to go on a couple of adventures, one of them being to Harbor Freight to go pick up a special tool that I need to complete the job. And 2, we're going to be going to Cars and Coffee to give the car a real good shakedown and make sure it's good. We're going to dive right into this video, but before we do that, I would just like to say thank you to everybody who has supported the channel thus far. Last 30 days, the channel has seen some pretty good growth, and I'd like to keep that momentum going. If you're a new viewer to the channel and like what you see, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button, the like button, leaving a comment below. And if you have found any information in this video or on this channel helpful or informative or even mildly amusing, and you would like to support the channel further, gratuity is not expected, however it is much appreciated, and you could do so by sending a super thanks. Every dollar earned on this channel will now go towards the channel itself to help ensure that I keep motivated in doing what I'm doing, as well as providing content to the audience and sharing my 997 Turbo ownership journey. Once again, thank you to everybody who subscribed and supported the channel. Let's just get into it. All right, y'all, so for research purposes, I went ahead and bought the aftermarket boot that I bought years ago from Pelican Parts. The same boot, same part number. This thing retails for $19.09, so 20 bucks for a boot kit. It's a pretty nice kit. It comes with the boot, it comes with the grease, 2 clamps, and a circlip. I just bought this just to see, a brand new one, and it looks like a pretty good CV boot to use. I would feel confident installing this in a car. But take a look at the texture of it. You see how it's kind of like texturized, and the rubber feels good, but I never compared this with an OEM part, because the OEM part, number 996-349-290-00, yeah, this thing retails for $85 for a boot, just a boot, no clamps. It's not a kit. I didn't get it for $85. I got a bit of a discount because I have an account with the dealership that I bought it from. But if you take a look at the rubber and the texture of it, you see how it's like smooth and it's not texturized. And in hand, this feels a little more stable and a little more sturdy, a little more stouter than the aftermarket boot. But it's just interesting to think that maybe the reason for the failure was because this is not of as high of a quality as this. That has yet to be proven, but just to do a little geek math here and some measurements, I do have my calipers here, and I'm going to measure the thickness of the rubber of the OEM boot and compare it to the thickness of the rubber of the aftermarket boot. So measuring the boot, you're at 4.99 millimeters, so 5 millimeters. Let's measure the aftermarket boot, 4.19 millimeters. So there is a difference. Bit of a difference in thickness of the rubber. So I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking this, but to me, I think I'll have better success with a OEM boot versus an aftermarket one. Let's get this stuff to the shop and then I'll install it all, and then we'll get the car back on the road. What I'm going to try to do on this one is what I call the cheater method. I just make sure that when I rotate it up and down and left and right like that, it doesn't feel crunchy. This is very smooth feeling. I doubt that it's been contaminated with outside debris. It feels really good, feels really smooth, which is why I feel safe doing the cheater method. You will get messy when you do this job, so make sure you have tons of rags and tons of brake cleaner. Stuff's nasty. So the outer joint is now off. that aside. What we can do is just slip this boot off. We can concentrate on the inner boot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these clamps off and then just slide the inner boot out that way. You take this apart, there's little balls in here and a race that you actually take apart, and it could be kind of a puzzle to put back together. It slows the job down by a lot, so doing the cheater method this way is only recommended if you know that the inner joint has not been contaminated with. Alright, so when we slip this inner boot off, the thing you got to remember is just as long as these outer cups stay on the inner joint, you won't have anything to worry about. It's when these are separated that everything just falls apart. So now we could just slip the new boot on, pack it with grease, and be good to go. Go. To clamp this down, you're going to have to get one of these kind of tools. And then to clamp this style clamp down, you have to get one of these. And there she is. Alright, so we have our freshly rebuilt axles, and installation of these is the reverse order of removal. Alright y'all, as you can see I got the car back on the ground, but I need to run out and grab something. I gotta get a new special tool. It's gonna suck because it's rush hour traffic right now. But come along for the ride to buy the cheapest, most expensive torque wrench ever. Fail. Alright, so the plan is I'm gonna get the car completely buttoned up after I buy this special tool. And then I'm going to take it around the block for a quick shakedown. And then tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'm gonna head back to Cars and Coffee, and that's gonna be the true test of my work. Should be fine though, should be totally fine. But I plan to do a little bit more vlogging while I'm down there and get a little bit more shots inside the car. Really flog it and just give it the beans. So once we get to freight of the harbor, we will be checking in. Hopefully I have this thing in stock, because the website says they have 10 of them, but you never know. Wonder how many car parts are on this FedEx truck. We have arrived to the most magical location in all of mankind. Oh yeah. Does anybody know if Harbor Freight is publicly traded? Alright boys, check this out. I got the big banana hammock, 3/4 inch torque wrench. It goes up to 600 pound foot. I got the last one that they had. This thing is heavy as You need this so that you can torque your axle nuts to the proper spec. That's 340 pound foot per axle. Was it worth it? I mean, this thing was 400 bucks. This is, as I said, the most expensive torque wrench that Harbor Freight has. I mean, was it worth it? I'd say so. I mean, the Snap-on equivalent would be like 1,400 bucks, 1,500 bucks, something like that. And I love Snap-on tools, don't get me wrong. Snap-on tools is my go-to. But I'm not about to pay 1,500 bucks for a torque wrench just so I could torque some axle nuts every once in a while and do some center lock wheels every once in a while. But hey, now I have something that'll don't even know if this will fit in my toolbox. Ew! Alright, let's check this thing out. It's got a really nice case. That is a nice torque wrench. Really nice case too. Good job, Harbor Freight. Good job, Icon Tools. This thing is heavy. Ready to use this bad boy. Alright, let's try it out. Alexa, stop playing music. Alright. It's got a nice action to it. Nice and smooth. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, let's go for a little road test. Quick rip around the block. Okay, so far so good. We've only made it out of the neighborhood, but nothing weird's going on. I'm just gonna go around the block and save the driving for tomorrow morning when we head to Katie's Cars and Coffee. But yeah, I think we're good, boys. I need gas. Alright, well, I'm gonna call this job good. So far I've only driven it like a mile, but I'm gonna save the driving for tomorrow. So kind of want to enjoy my Friday and just take it easy tonight. But we'll be checking in tomorrow morning when we head out to Cars and Coffee. Alright, car's back on the road. Just give it the beans. Gas. Alright, so far the car's done pretty well. We're almost to Cars and Coffee. I'm gonna check it out and just do a quick round. But the car's driving well. Put like the 15 miles on it so far with the new CV boots, and nothing is broken. But yeah, I have confidence in my repair. Anyway, after today, I'm gonna go just pull it back in the shop, and then put it back on the lift and start the oil change, and I'll just inspect everything and make sure everything's good. My other suspension bits should be arriving shortly, and then I'll have those installed sometime this month. And then the four-wheel alignment, got to take off the bumper and clean out the radiator shrouds. It's packed. Shocker. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good. Where's your ride at? Where'd you park?
It's in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah.
What'd you drive here?
I came with a friend.
Okay. Dude, it's packed.
There was some parking along the side there, in the back, but
really?
up front it's full right now.
All right, I'm gonna go over there. I'll catch up with you. All right, buddy. Yep, there's no parking. This is why you gotta get here early, boys. I'm gonna illegally park over here because I can, like a boss.